Smart rings have come a long way, and 2026 is the best time yet to buy one. I spent weeks testing the top models, tracking sleep, heart rate, stress, and recovery to find out which ones are actually worth your money. Some impressed me, while others looked better than they performed. Today, I'm ranking the 8 best smart rings of 2026, and my top pick finally fixes one of the biggest complaints people have had for years. If you enjoy honest, hands-on reviews, subscribe, and let's start with number 8. Starting off at the bottom of this list, and I want to be upfront, this is a budget ring, and it wears that on its sleeve. The Boho Jock is built from a resin and stainless steel blend, which keeps it lightweight and, on paper, skin-friendly. It's genuinely thin, about 2 millimeters, so if a slim profile is your top priority, it's not uncomfortable to wear all day. It covers the basics: heart rate checked every 30 to 60 minutes, blood oxygen, and a sleep tracker that breaks things into light, deep, and awake time. Automatic heart rate readings every half hour to an hour are noticeably less frequent than what the higher-end rings on this list offer, so you're getting a rougher picture of your day, not a detailed one. Battery life sits around 3 to 5 days, which is fine but not remarkable. And the charging case only holds about 10 extra charges before it needs topping off itself. If you want a smart ring at the lowest possible price point just to dip your toe in, this one won't break the bank. If you want something you'll actually rely on, keep watching. Moving up to number 7, and this one at least tries to punch above its price bracket. Unijethro pairs optical sensors with an accelerometer to track heart rate, blood oxygen, and, this is the interesting part, blood pressure estimation, alongside HRV and stress analysis. That's a more complete health picture than most rings at this price. Battery life is genuinely solid too, 5 to 7 days of regular use, stretching to well over a week in standby. The IP68 water resistance means it'll survive hand washing and sweat without issue, and the resin and steel case comes in enough sizes that finding a comfortable fit shouldn't be a struggle. It also includes the same remote shooting camera trick and a friends/family data sharing mode. My concern here is accuracy claims around blood pressure from a ring sensor. That's a genuinely hard thing to measure well even for dedicated medical devices, so I'd treat those numbers as a rough trend indicator, not something to make health decisions on. At number 6, Lenva tries to differentiate itself with one genuinely unique feature: a built-in vibration motor. That means silent call alerts, health warning buzzes if your heart rate spikes outside a safe range, hydration reminders, and even custom vibration patterns for events you set. If you're someone who wants a phone-free way to stay gently notified throughout the day, that's a real point of difference from every other ring on this list, including some premium ones. Build quality is also a step up. Machined from marine-grade 316L stainless steel, rated for 50 meters of water pressure and a wide temperature range. It exports raw biometric data locally, rather than to the cloud, which privacy-conscious users will appreciate. If the vibration alert feature genuinely appeals to you, Lenva earns its spot here on utility alone. Cracking the top 5, and this is where sizing really matters, Biema is emphatic about measuring your finger correctly before ordering, and I'd take that seriously because an ill-fitting ring throws off every sensor reading it takes. Get the size right though, and Biema delivers dependable basics: heart rate checked every 30 minutes, sleep cycle tracking, steps, and calories. What stood out to me is the waterproof rating. 80 meters is well beyond what most rings on this list claim, so swimmers don't need to think twice before jumping in. Battery life is a genuine weak point at just 2 to 3 days on its own, though the included charging case stretches that closer to 5 days if you're diligent about docking it. No app subscription is required, which is a recurring theme across this list, and honestly, one of the better trends in the smart ring space right now. Nobody wants a monthly fee for data about their own body. It's a competent, no-frills option. Not flashy, not innovative, but if you want dependable sleep and activity tracking without surprise costs, it does the job. Here's where the list shifts from budget options to genuinely well-reviewed hardware. And Ringcon earns its spot by being the best value proposition on this entire list. It's the most affordable ring I tested from an established brand, and critically, it charges 0 monthly fees for its data, a real point of contrast against Oura's subscription model. It tracks calories, heart rate, steps, stress, and standing time during the day, then shifts to sleep stages, skin temperature, blood oxygen, and respiratory rate overnight. The sleep data specifically impressed me in testing. The level of detail rivaled rings costing significantly more. And the battery life is class-leading here. 10.5 days on a single charge in my testing, which means you could take a 2-week trip and barely think about a charger. For someone dipping into smart rings for the first time, or someone who wants strong fundamentals without an ongoing subscription bill, Ringcon is genuinely one of the smartest buys on this list. At number 3, we move into premium territory, and the Galaxy Ring earns its spot on design alone. That concave, brushed metal profile is, in my opinion, the best-looking ring here. Functionally, it tracks activity and stress while you're awake, then blood oxygen, heart rate, movement, and respiration overnight. Pair it with a Samsung phone specifically, and you unlock snore tracking, a feature I haven't seen replicated elsewhere on this list. Plus, Samsung's Galaxy AI turning your data into a daily energy score with a tailored wellness tip. The Galaxy Ring's best features are gated behind Samsung hardware. If you're on an iPhone or a non-Samsung Android, you're paying premium pricing for a ring that loses its most interesting capabilities. It also plays nicely with Samsung watches like the Galaxy Watch 8, extending battery life through shared tracking. Another reason this is fundamentally an ecosystem play, not a standalone device. If you're already living in the Samsung world, this is a fantastic, stylish addition. If you're not, its appeal drops fast. At number 2, we reach the ring that, until recently, was the undisputed benchmark for the entire category. And honestly, it's still the best value in Oura's own lineup. The Oura Ring 4 nails the fundamentals: accurate activity, sleep, and stress tracking wrapped in a genuinely comfortable, stylish design. Redesigned sensors mean it holds accuracy even as the ring naturally rotates on your finger overnight, which was a real complaint with earlier Oura generations. The app is where this ring shines. Activity, readiness, and sleep scores paired with clear, actionable tips rather than just a wall of numbers. Since the Ring 3, Oura has kept stacking on features: period and pregnancy insights, cardio capacity, cardiovascular age, stress resilience, and tracking across 40 different exercise types. Battery life lasted just over a week in testing, so a long weekend trip doesn't require packing the charging case. If the number 1 pick's price tag gives you pause, this is where I'd point you instead. And here it is, the ring that finally fixed the one thing that made me hesitate to recommend smart rings to people with smaller hands or a preference for subtle jewelry: size. The Oura Ring 5 is 40% smaller than its predecessor, and that's not a marketing number that falls apart in real life. For the first time, I could actually keep my fingers together comfortably with the ring on. It finally feels like a ring you'd wear because you like how it looks, not a piece of tech you're tolerating. Beyond the size, Oura adds a full extra day of battery life over the Ring 4. But the reason Oura built its reputation in the first place, and the reason it stays untouchable at number 1, is sleep tracking. It measures heart rate, HRV, blood oxygen, body temperature, and breathing rate throughout the night. And after weeks of wear, it builds a genuine personal baseline. As an all-day, barely-there device that quietly tells you more about your recovery, sleep, and long-term health trends than almost anything else on the market, the Oura Ring 5 earns the top spot. If you want the best value, choose Ringcon. For Samsung users, the Galaxy Ring is the best fit. And for the best overall smart ring, it's the Oura Ring 5. Links are in the description. If this video helped, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.